How's it going, everybody? Incognegro here, back again on another video. Obviously, today we're doing another team builder for the Little League Revived. I am your coach of the Pallet Town Patriots, Incognegro. This week we're facing the Las Vegas Golden Greninjas. They are 1-2 and -3, I believe, going into this week, and we are 2-1 and +4 after beating Tep on a 3-0 victory. So let's talk about this team, because this is a loaded matchup. And even with his record, I think he's better than his record, but the first two games kind of gave out that sense that maybe he's just trying to feel out his team, and then he won his next match with a 4-0 victory. So that was impressive to see, to say the least. Looking at his team, automatically, in anyone's mind, Trick Room comes up. Because he has a Cresselia, he has a Aromatisse, Rhydon, Regigigas, and he can use Bukamuku if he wants to, I don't really know. But with his team, Trick Room wouldn't work as well because he doesn't have a lot of Trick Room abusers. As far as I know, Rhydon wouldn't be the best Trick Room abuser, and Venusaur, even in its Mega Stage, I think it hits base 80 speed. Even at its min speed, it can definitely still do a lot of work against my team, but I don't think he wants to risk all of that. So I'm predicting that he doesn't go Trick Room, but he goes for maybe a Tailwind or even a Stick Web offense. So let's dive into what I think he's bringing. So first up on the list, Mega Venusaur. Next up, we have Togekiss. We next have Cresselia, Weavile, Latios. If this comes, nope, Covantula and Latios. There we go. So that's the team I'm thinking of. And why am I thinking he's not going to bring the other ones? Let's talk about that. Bukamuku as a Z Crystal user, maybe not the brightest idea. Maybe not even. Maybe it's just a meme idea. I don't think it's coming to this matchup. I have way too many Pokemon to kill it. It's still a possibility. Aromatisse would be there for Trick Room. If I see Trick Room, I'm going to have to work around it a little bit, but I can definitely still beat it. With the things that you guys will see when I go through them, you can definitely be able to tell that I am ready for a lot of things. Moving on is Rhydon. Rhydon Trick Room would be a Trick Room abuser, but I don't think it's coming because just like Pikachu, I have a lot of things to kill it. And Regigigas, I don't think he's going to ever bring that. I think that's going to be swapped out for something. But if it's not, then what would he bring it for? See my point? It's bulky, and that's about it. And it'll die to a few D-dances, and a few D-dances, and then 1,000 arrows later, Regigigas is gone, basically. And so is the rest of his team if he allows me to do that. But moving on, we're going to talk about what happened with my team this week. So, before week 4 started, I got rid of Gyarados because Gyarados was not doing much for me, and I had a pretty nice electric weakness. And even though I had ground types, if those are gone, I need something that can resist it. In comes Ramona Flowers, aka Shaman. Shaman's a really nice special attacking Mon and a really nice base 100 Mon just like Victini. And yeah, that's really it. I like Shaman a lot. I didn't realize it until Tep actually mentioned it to me, and I said, oh, it's 5 points? Let's swap it out. So unfortunately, Gyarados never got to see the light of day. It only touched my team for like 2 seconds and then was gone. So there's that. Would have been okay in this matchup too, but I wouldn't have brought it anyway. So let's talk about my team. Saga 50%, Shaman, Starmie, Victini, Mega Sharpedo, and Mudsdale. So this team is built for this team exactly. So let's talk about it. So first off, let's begin with the fact that Zygarde is running the D-Dance Stellium Z set with 1,000 arrows D-Dance, Extreme Speed, and Iron Tail with the Jelly Nature, 252 in speed and attack. Basically, if I get a D-Dance off, I believe I'm killing every time with 1,000 arrows and even a Z Iron Tail on Togekiss and also Aromatisse. I outspeed Scarfed Togekiss with this set, so he would have to hit me first at least, and then I'd probably, you know, he'd have to hit me because I have to D-Dance up in order to do anything with this Mon. Now, if I lead out with this Mon, right, his team is fucked, because how you look at it is that if I D-Dance once, I'm not going to be killing Galvantula anytime soon, you know what I mean? 2,000 arrows kills it. He's going to set up webs, and there's nothing on his team that really wants to come in on Zygarde, because Weavile still takes a decent chunk, and if it's Sash, it dies. If it's not Sash, it dies. Latios probably dies to +2 D-Dance 1,000 arrows. Aromatisse dies to Stellium Z, Togekiss dies to Stellium Z, Rhydon dies to 2,000 arrows. Bukamuku probably wouldn't want to come in, but then the next turn it would probably do a lot of work because of counter. Maybe it doesn't take more than 50%. Venusaur, if it's built defensively, probably lives a few thousand arrows or two. I'm not sure. I'll probably do calcs later. But overall, Sneck comes in on any real setup Mon, or a mon that can't kill it or touch it, and sets up in its face, and then kills the rest of the team. Sneck is a good Pokemon to prevent Aromatisse from doing Trick Room. I'll put up the calc for if it's running no HP and no defense, or it's running mostly special defense, I think, just like in general for like what the Iron Tail will do to it if it's just raw, and also if it's +1, +2, etc. I'll probably just do the +1 calc and also the no boost calc. You guys will see it on screen around this time. But moving on with our team, we have Ramona Flowers, obviously the Shaman being new to this team. I want to bring it, and it's a bit of a weird set. So let me explain the set really quickly to y'all. So Leech Seed, Toxic, Seed Flare, and Psychic with 252 in HP, 106 in special defense, and 150 in special attack. Basically the 150 guarantees that we can, I think, every time 2-hit KO Mega Venusaur if it's not especially defensive and not a lot of HP. I forget the calc that I did for that, but it's still good to hit Mega Venusaur just in case it comes in on us, because as I was making this, it had Protect originally, but then I get walled Mega Venusaur entirely with this, so that's not good. It basically sets up Leech Seed and Toxic on Pyukumuku, Cresselia, and Latios, and Aromatisse, and Rhydon, and a lot of things, really. So it just lives forever. And Seed Flare hits like a goddamn truck because it stabs still. And Psychic still hits pretty nicely, only against Mega Venusaur though. I'd switch it out if it was in against Togekiss. I'd switch it out if it was in against Weavile or Galvantula. For that matter, it's literally just here to sit in front of things, Toxic them, Leech Seed them, and then hit them, and then will them down, basically. That's all Ramona's here to do. Usually I wouldn't run a set like this, but I think that I need to. I don't have a lot of bulky mons that can do this, so this might be an opportunity to try that, seeing the team right now. Against the team that I'm predicting he'll bring, it doesn't have a great time, but if it's in front of Cresselia, we just sit there, Leech Seed, and Toxic, and it's not going to live very long with that happening to it. I'll tell you that much. Moving on, though, we have Blue Diamond, the Starmie with the Assault Vest Analytics set, Rapid Spin, Ice Beam, Psychic, and Signal Beam with the 252 in speed and 252 in special attack. So basically, this lives one Thunder from Galvantula, and it can live Mega Venusaur's Giga Drain, or Energy Ball, whatever it does, and it will live at least a Draco Meteor from Specs Latios. At least. I believe that one might be miscalced, but I'll have to put it on screen for you guys to see that. It also lives a Togekiss hit at least too. So basically it sits in front of a lot of mons, takes a hit, and hits them back with something, basically. With this set though, I'm trying to get rid of webs, especially when the Galvantula's dead, so I never have to deal with them again. Ice Beam hits Latios super hard, and also can hit Togekiss super hard, and hits Rhydon as well. Psychic is just a good stab, hits Venusaur really hard too, and I definitely think it's a 2-hit KO still. That's really it for that. Signal Beam is for Cresselia, just because to mess around with it, if I get a confusion, that'd be really funny. Hits Latios as well, if you want to get another hit, like a last effort hit. Only thing I don't want this in against is Weavile. Weavile easily kills it. Can Pursuit Trap it, I believe. I think it gets Pursuit and kills my Starmie. I don't want that. Another mon that gets Pursuit Trapped, unfortunately, is Dayquil. Dayquil the Victini with Choice Specs, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Searing Chat, and Glaciate. So this set, normally I think it can still live a Draco from Latios. If it's Scarf, if it's Specs, I think it's a kill. Yeah, Psychic hits Venusaur, hits a lot of these mons pretty hefty because it is Choice Specs. I think it is a 1-hit KO against Mega Venusaur sets that aren't careful. 252 special defense and HP. Shadow Ball hits Cresselia really hard. Searing Shot hits a lot of this team really hard. And Glaciate hits not, I was gonna say Weavile, but it hits it's Togekiss, and it hits Latios, and it hits Rhydon. It's a Pokemon to say the least. With Victini though, for the most part, its coverage does work against this team. I'm really hoping that I don't end up in Trick Room, or else my team basically falls apart slightly. But we'll see about that when we get to Mudsdale. But talking more about Victini, it does work where it needs to, and based on his switches, maybe I'll get lucky, maybe I won't. Hopefully it's not in against Weavile. If Weavile and Galvantula are gone, Shadow Ball takes out Cresselia and Latios, and then Psychic takes out Venusaur, and then we can systematically kill Togekiss somewhere down the line. Moving on though, we have Mega Sharpedo with Destiny Bond, Crunch, Protect, Psychic Fang set obviously with the speed boost nature on regular Sharpedo obviously with the plus, and attack, and the other 252 in speed. So basically, it hits Cresselia really hard with Crunch as well. Destiny Bond just in case something happens where I'm like, you know what, I can risk Sharpedo dying here. Psychic Fangs is very, 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 very specific for Mega Venusaur, and that's really it. If it's down a lot of health and I think I can kill it from that range, I'm going to do it. Crunch hits also Latios. If Latios is not Scarf, we outspeed it at +1 speed, so there's that. Like I said, definitely hits Cresselia. Only thing I don't want this in against from a practical standpoint is Togekiss. Just blows it away. If we are +1 though, and it's +1, if it's like Scarf, then we just go Destiny Bond and then it dies, which will always happen 100% of the time. Otherwise, this also doesn't do anything else on this team besides Destiny Bond, killing the main threats on this team. That's what Mega Sharpedo's meant to do. Last but certainly not least is your boy Young Mudsdale, aka Kix this time. Kix is basically here to set up rocks, Endeavor on Cresselia or Mega Venusaur, payback on Cresselia if it hits us, and uses Rock Slide instead of any ground stab because Rock Slide hits Togekiss, hits Galvantula. It also can hit Weavile. I didn't say Weavile yet, yeah. And that's really it. It has the Assault Vest as well, since there is no item clause. I'm running double Assault Vest this week. And it lives, like 2 energy balls from Galvantula. It lives a Giga Drain from Venusaur, and an energy ball as well. And it definitely lives a Draco from Latios, even if it's Specs, I believe. And that's really it for Mudsdale. I mean, from a practical standpoint, my team is kind of ready for this, but it's really hard to prep for a team that can run 2 different things. That could definitely mess you up if you make the wrong decisions. So my game plan basically is for him to go Galvantula first, and I can go Zygarde first if I really want to. If I don't go Zygarde first, then I would probably go Dayquil or even Kix first. Kix can just set up rocks while he sets up webs. I can Rock Slide next and kill him if he's not Sash. If he's Sash, then, you know, we have to play around that. But I don't think he's going to be... I know he's going to be Sash this week. No, there's no way. Still Rock Slide, 2 Rock Slides, even a payback and a Rock Slide. Still OHKO this, so I'm not really scared of Galvantula that much. Because Energy Ball doesn't 2-hit KO us with our Assault Vest. And after that, I think he would definitely do something more along the lines of sending Latios and Mega Venusaur, where Mega Venusaur would probably get us down. We would probably want to switch out into Ramona at that point if he goes for Leech Seed or goes for like Giga Drain or something. Otherwise, even then, Mudsdale can just Rock Slide first turn and still get it down to its station and payback next, so it's barely taking any damage. Overall, I think that after that, it's really just a toss-up and seeing what he does. If he brings Trick Room, it's going to be very hard for me to win, but that's why Starmie has Analytic, because it will go last in Trick Room if I'm in against... if I'm in against Cresselia, I think Shadow Ball still does more damage, and it does more damage against other Pokemon too. So... yes, Starmie does a lot of good work here too. I'm really hoping that he doesn't bring Trick Room. I'm really hoping he brings this team and then I can play around it. He does have a really phenomenal team and it is hard to break. And it's hard to plan for, but I will try my best to win this game, obviously. So yeah, that'll be it for this team builder against the Las Vegas Golden Greninjas. I'm your coach of the Palatine Padres, Incognegro Monroe, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more content by yours truly, my Twitch page is in the link down in the description, and you should definitely check me out. This team builder will go up when the battle has happened, and that's all I can really say. So I'll talk to you guys later.